You know, but they say, and you know, quickly, you better can start here for school feeding. Caterers in one sem. Yeah, sure, sir. I don't want to try more by most of face the same challenge. At the end of course,
school feeding.
Aye.
I did minimum say with the school feeding program,
yeah.
The challenge, has been Sika Abai Etia Edima Caterers. And I will share economic situation now. Nyama bebre ayirodi yesika no ene yuku ma ebia bayre ebia some time ago benya no ebia 5 cedi no ene price no adobo ene ebua sabi obenya no be say 150 Ghana cedis per bag no ene enam 350 per bag. Naturally no be affect yema no ma omo sa school feeding program no mo na eba ni sa na I was say aban so as much as possible no ono so review how much aban no etia edema imana omo nu eduane no.
Okay.
Now the more sa de no keep it longer no, what happens in say the quality of food to school kwada no so reduce.
Okay.
And it is so bon say the quality of rice will reduce, the stew or the crown quality never reduce it because say tomatoes so or the fresh tomatoes who ye din pest infected the new dianina I feel or quack tomatoes now or come market woman na tomatoes no ye dey see one musa serve say no price no echo down no. But they are just too normal. There are so many implications. Well, I was say realistic. Now, Kasana Yakosuno is about how much and how many people I'm feeding. School enrollment, within the public sector, no, and the private sector, no, it's almost the same. You were period you didn't roll into the school system.
Okay.
Now, who enrolling Quadano na do number cannot threshold na school management, it's easy. Into Omoya Sanya many we are almost signing enrollment figures, at the GES.
Okay.
Into GES, and a process that school enrollment figures, into a data as to Yama person with these figures, Into Yabani say school feeding programmer. Before I had the appointment letter, Dwaso Nsem no. Then say you are being sent to school A. Your letter of appointment, she will tell you the school that you are going to work in, and then the number of school children you are going to feed.
Okay.
And see, as a contract between the caterer and government. Now. Sometimes, as they go along in the contract, figures, sometimes SSA. Figures, ever sisa in sense, you find say school be enrollment and cost class, is still empty.
Yeah.
And there is opportunity for more to be enrolled.
Yeah.
Now, once school no be idea, they have to write back to GES.
Okay.
To inform them, say this not happen. I would say your accounting system a little bit weak.
Okay.
And answer Sadia no be reflect, Now who nipa na who feed you honum Sadia no every time be a can once.
No, okay.
But you see,
like I say, idea to me see.
Oh no, it happens.
All right.
But the system and I was a protected caterer
Okay.
Because Senkwadani 500. Now your mommy contract of 400. I can't just prepare 400 and then come and feed others and then leave others. The school will compel you because they know say additions now urban.
Yeah.
I'm on the back of GES for rectification. Now, who caterer no dey never prove say you were serving those number of people. The time what I know is say every day the number of pupils that you feed is recorded. Once they serve the food, they count the numbers.
Okay.
Sometimes you will not get the entire figure because Adriani Chedie and you'll be on a school.
Yeah.
A man say be a school of 500 in a week, ABR absenteeism. Bet me I take about 100 feeding a slot if you were in. But I know school no keep records.
Okay.
There are some of the school managements they don't care. And figure na yediama caterer no no week ni do na ya enter because systems are yedia shemu e be check as to the number per day no omunfa system no enye eju.
Okay.
Nti eno so e wo ho no. But ene dia no case na AC no we say idea dia systemic failure baby because you are dealing with numbers. Sometimes numbers no the cost through ho no mo inputting of data betimi assistant number no. But near was say omo ye ne say omo managers no omo na was omo defend situation no. Okay. Because say me headmaster na me kwada 521 na caterer ebe man kwada 521 aduane na ni data ni secretary eba na yesi kwada o serve 400. It is comment on you, the supervisor, no, to make a case. Those outstanding, will be paid. And sometimes the school feeding program does that. And to me, no matter the we no, because they should be able to correct the situation.
Martin Medasi, I was here honorable to Floss at China, and Greater Accra Regional Secretary, the NDC. Now, I'm the chance.
But we share with you now. And school feeding as some like Ken. Minimze, my brother Nakasa, Borkas and me pickets and my bathroom. Is it the contract payment? About what is it about? Because topics was when they discuss school feeding come.
Yeah, but one payment welcome and number two scanner was more 197 pesos no shot. Okay.
So until there are some number that or church then it's purely management issue, isn't it? Because I need to understand before I communicate. And if it's about payment issue, I feel the last week President Yano there's been a release for them to be paid.
That's Western North now.
Exactly. The announcement. It doesn't mean that it's Western and Western North. I believe that was 39 million we release for that. So it settles that. Number two, Skanusa Mobile. A man baby and Ubia Obobret Zukonim. Obutuma at the time now was signed the contract based on the exigency of that time. Then the 90 pesos was relevant. Mobile. And to CCR say more. All we have to do is justify it. As to the internal mechanism and brother Kade, Abia school no we increase in Nipa, Sabi and then 100. Na echina wabe 120. I believe that it is a simple matter to of adding up the numbers and then going for because I don't know one you need proof because I don't think that in between that time na say more from maybe abaka able to make track more from abaka then you open the floodgates for being it is based on the GS the confirmation bar you move on there or to country. I think for me I'm going to go straight to the point. You raised two issues. You said it's about payment and then Skanusa. President Aka said there has been a release. So that settles the matter. You hope there will be an answer back in future. You about trying one cycle with Scantum. Number two, so 90 pesos now. School feeding coordinator. I think over to that, and I cannot, on my opinion, another finance minister will share. If it's a why? Because more from an old school, what they are on your day, MPP from Kutia, Uncle Ye, my hand, because we'll be on the ball, hobby. We'll be saying about ball. And I believe that for me, I think Mayor Makasa too much. It settles too much. The president said there's been a release of 39 million. The 90 pesos are now one city, also son. Let's actually go to the table and talk about it. And so, also, why you're painful in tear? No, I didn't. Then we are debate on that.
But school feeding for our till water crowd, would you back them? The worker this canisha. Would you back them? Now,
Yes. So catch them those canisha, yes. And for me, no, I catch them those canisha. Na mon kono justify. You need to explain to me. But honestly, me no be answer ho. Mon crew through fire, but me say na abinition mo twa. Okay, 90 pesos for crew. Yes. Go menu adu usa.
Okay.
Atasa. And if I know you produce ne day. So I need to sit down with them and then understand it. School feeding coordinator on so you put in region. Then we explain things because you can't ask us to go and then speak for you. Mente as an assay. Other metazes. Obiso abutu abade okay, baby I say a man into idea more. And then on the school feeding Nangsan, it's been politicized for some time. And this about non crop baba, and this when people about non crop. Nancy no okay there ebia ibi mo ho when ja hon keke no 1 year we juma. Nti emeze se pedam ka wasam bia. Meju tum. But I'll need to sit down with them and understand it before I actually put something forward.
Martin, it's about 37 minutes after 9. Charles BCU now attending. Can we join here? Hi, Adom 106.3 FM. Yen faster da Kasiema Mua Mutio on Tyne FM 90.9 and Soko, your chairman Anope. High Radio 103.1 FM, Ewo Bechim. Charity 99.9 FM, Ewo Diaya Kwanta. Good morning to you, Mua Mutie Faso. Good News FM, Takrade, Yechiamo. Vision FM, Seshi Debiso, Alive FM, Ewo Yeji. Asase FM, Pandai. Good morning to you, Panda Kwano Mehupa. Serious. Sakwane beka wasem Eastern Corridor Road no ABC Radio Watamale Echa FM Nkranza Radio Rainbow Ewo Seshi Jaboso Ofie FM 105.9 Yechiamo Free FM Watechimai Global Information Center Ekumfi Asafo 99.1 FM Ewo Elmina Jafrik Radio Ewo Japan Yechiamo Muamuti Efa ye affiliate radio station so nyina na former President John Dramani Mahama, the 2020 flag bearer of the NDC, Eka Sembi first. Yentie the Okayano. Yetie we are now afe. Okay. Production Ebamode Mbesi yetie voice, then me panelists Ebekasa Afaho. But you recall and ano penny Kanwasem, bro my hine betana no. Some years ago, the sitting president now, then candidate Akufo-Addo, representing the New Patriotic Party, Eka all die be die. And this if was so pando, and send me a more kai china sia, and then man this if was so 2020 flag bearer, so Ediaba, do or die, and no natural saying, Auntie, but your voice no young humamiana. Na me come him. I said yeah, we actually say okay, great. When media, and you know, so first of all, honorable to chai before I may play voice, you know. More flag bearer, do or die anything. A dear na ye do near ya die.
Asempa.
Mitiopa.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Michia,
okay, me patch your first, your voice, you know. Yeah, to us.
Yes, it will be a BCP now with the Shanyansa. Yes, yeah, the 2020 Shanyansa. Elections, no, it will be won or lost at the polling station.
I see.
And the polling station, they better do or die. Because all die be done. They better do or die. The right thing must be done. 2024 polling station, and you better win the election. No, yeah, train and ma yankase. Collation center and at the Supreme Court Debbie. Collation center and the polling station. We will do everything to make sure that the election is free, transparent, and fair. Young person here MPP for we don't want to cheat them. Yes, young person will be a baby. My banning French na Ghana for Peno, near Ghana for Akumasono. Let that be what is done.
Okay. And I don't to try.
Asempa, voice loud and very clear. Wachire adukuntia or kasa asem. Na Asempa, before the 2020 elections, NDC as a political party, you raised so many concerns about the way Electoral Commission We raised all the red flags. Now, we were doing those things, believing, say, Yenina Betie no a supem. Nanya was say, commission, ayano, or yet Sadiano, pepe. Asempa, I'm the regional secretary for the Greater Accra region. And prior to the elections, from printing of ballots, stuffing of ballots, Nyame sisi ya no. Ya di nyina etu dwa. But at that time no. Na amanfo people were like, oh, ebia did they be keke? Na yeah. I quite remember. Even in the printing house, ye nyina ya agree as political parties as to the quantum of ballot papers to be printed. So kind you see here. But ni nyina no, it was our what? Vigilance. They are ye stuffing of ballots. So that was the very day easy. A change tom print a part no. To a tom print pada who call Mokola Ubenye Biato. And look, me raised red flags on that issue. Do you know what happened? On election day, ballot papers na ya chichi ye na ya stuffy dada. It was the same tom prints, ink, and on ye. Inti nyama bibre ewo elections mo. And it takes vigilance. Inti na from 1992, no, as political parties no, your dialogue improve the electoral system. But say na dia na ko say near the largest opposition party no edibetu dwa no, the yisi nankasa ejina baby to say the referee now was say on mediate between the parties, no making sure say obey improving system no mo or no mom ejina fakwa or making sure say when it comes to improvement of the system no enya idea be happen. Now after the elections yenya yehunia ekoye one since the 1992 constitution yenya elections are Yankasa ye use your security services. And they are unleashing violence on our people. And Nana Akufo-Addo happen here. Ye didn't call for ye who mutisa soldier for. But we didn't believe, sir. And up to today, we've never believed, sir. These were professional military men from the army we know as a country. They will not behave that unprofessional. But in Greater Accra, they unleash these military vigilantes in certain constituencies they wanted to pick from the NDC by hook or crook. But you see, we were very vigilant. But at the end of the day, it led to the death of civilians. The electoral laws, allow say, ye elections in the ube vote ako ufie. But edu counting as a citizen, you have the right to witness the counting. And when you know is to build confidence in the electorate. No multi democracy na ase. Until your board results be our polling center. Sa results that results should stand. Now here one say you are improving your electoral laws to the extent say who collective results at the collation center now, at polling center now. For say we a copy of that results it was in the law. What you see? We are fighting some elections in court. Remember why? And why are we fighting those elections? Because the officers refuse to even a friend saying somebody results And these were consequences. Government unleashed these militants dressed in military uniforms to maim, shoot, and kill defenseless citizens just because of witnessing counting of election results. We were waiting, sir, if government is not complicit in this, the perpetrators of this heinous crime will be brought to justice. Man's ben sir, you bet you fly, a prosecute no, you prosecute no, you share as of mine. Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, say, we have a leader like him in this country. Because look, it took his leadership to calm the largest opposition party down, just to make sure, say, we use the due process. And that is leadership. After court, Emma and the verdict, you prevent easy, the chairperson, Yedi Ejuma man say, or you accountable to the citizens when it comes to the elections, Court can say, on you accountable. Ninyina ya fanisa, which is an injustice to the system. Now, you elections, you court issues. Your leader can say, yes, court I'm on the decision. Or no, court need decision on June 2. What you say? But that is the decision of the court. Until we all go by what? By 8. But you see, the NDC has done a very fantastic thing here. It was a you bought NDC abaso. Despite all this, the NDC has gone further to look at challenges about our elections. Loopholes now, abiding a UC Eddie yes, nyamana course no. Na sa nyamano YNCC sa loopholes no. And that has been the reason why Ghana, your democratic culture no, I to say bibia other countries a person or mushe edi yo mudie. Apart from 2020, you see no, which was blood on the electoral processes no. And see, your Pabejokubi within the party. These were people who have been in the system when it comes to elections. Ana ya bibia nyama di loopholes nyina ebaye. Ana say ya di betu udwa. In fact, ya engage media, ya engage civil society groups, in sorry, all stakeholders are. Omuma omai ya kan elections are. Ye nyina ye boa se edi asundwe ebeba. To the extent say the easy yen proposals ye no ye di akoto omo. Now, near the largest opposition leader, Shani say, Isi no ebe to anamo. Na omafre IPAC meeting. Now ya started a share electoral reforms. Sene sibe ya ni esi in 2020 no ebi NCBO. Uti isaba free isi akachi edibaye. The largest opposition leader can assembly me anyway you better continue that process because
but that process has nothing to do with do or die.
My brother, statement now no, it was in a context or say elections now no, you make sure say polling station results no is what will be declared. Young as a political party, we are not interested in cheating our opponent, and we don't also expect to say your opponents ebe cheat here. nia ye pese ye hu ni se abato na ye ba koto in 2024 no ohon emu ebeda ho no mu kan ama obia.
But what kind of as a leader no what can be bisa or followers no or more call police station wa adwen po bi wo motrim.
Minya, that is not it. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ni ono ni followers no. O ka ama ye ni ayede adda ho no motiso abo owo ananya sana moka no. So that will be an eagle. You'll be vigilant. Since ya ni see in 2020 no en sibio. Asempa, what happened in 2020? Me say yemfa sida kesiye ema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Cheni esi wo Guinea. Now say ya it's as a result of electoral issues. Me boy. Oh, but it takes leadership. Obia ni style of leadership no all embracing. Obia on pese odi moja ebegu form because of elections. And we need to applaud His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for that. And you know, ye as a party no, ye didn't share na betu onu mo. Ni aye kan say, ye hwe ni a party no, nhihye ye di aba. Proposals are yedi aba. Na easy every meeting. Na nyina ye ntenase. Say government in power ewo ono so ihye bi wo no ma. Ye nyina ye fam betena table no so. Na ye discuss. Na ye hwe ni a ebeboa ye system no, ebe hanzi ye system no. Se na esi be ya. Elections time do a. Na ye hu wo 2020 no. Ye hu sa de ni biom. And that is the signal that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama signally. And then, kasa na waka no, and nothing ene, you want to discuss it. And I believe, say, the easy. And now, kasa, almost almost here. Institutions, it is not their personal properties. Institutions na ye dia show munsamu no, ye dia show munsa say, ombe hansi ye democracy. Into anything that will come onto the table, ebemba your democracy no, ejina hon mu yie no. Wo enemy. O say ye nyina ye jina, ye make sure say sansi say na ye hwehwe no ebeba. Because in 2024 no, we will not allow the party vigilantes in military uniforms to be used on civilians. And to fight that thing, no, and nothing I hear these proposals in Aba. Say, it is not right, say, in an election, military, and no, it has never been part of our democracy. It only happens where ebia violence, ebia police want to handle situation. Then you resort to what? The military. But look at where all those things took place. These were civilians who were very civil. Say, polling centers are, say, results no, you be kind of send a city here. Military, results no. It is not good for our democracy.
Mate, I'm about to try. I'll see you drink out. Chance miss you.
Medasi. My brother Kasana Moshe do or die. Me Google it. Maminya in does persist even if that is the result. Okay. And see, and painful money say yen painful kasa. I dare time I womb. Because on China where you cool Guinea. And now President Mahama Nala also a communicator, a communications expert. And he said, are your communications expert? No, but the communication or fiduciary role you play in this country and across the world. And he, for the first time, no, I mean, and I will not say that, but I think he's been negligent in what you've said. for the fact that why head of state what money da into onyimze and onyim zaye crew through under 1979 coup 1981 because I made a bank who couldn't 4th of February Chief Hughes Ajavon Bano naval officers 3 okun no more nchan was secondly and offered kukunti say around this time kuru kokodo other countries na former head of state some bunch over fraud the cabin eke John Kadwan little beat war drums atasa na onyam nwa since onyam nwa nyi dem wa pedo prepare Ghana for ya adwen there every 8 years so they change aban bi say ya zo say you do no dey kono bi ba into time need into ye be den na ya mwa yi yanka kansam ngum na yen change Ghana for psychology but me just don't hear juma because the Ghanaian voters are discerning on the brother Kasan also there 2020 elections in Kutina Soja Fubem. When we sit here and then forget that we're in a global village and we'll be able to make a research or check and you throw that into the eyes of Ghanaians, then no, because elections are about security agencies where you be a number, fire service be mobile, immigration, Soja Fuyebi, Obiako. And see, why are you saying that 2020 pen the Soja Fubem? So that will be able to be because Akufo-Addo Ben or the Soja Fu and all the other. Or the elections. It only the Adam. I believe that baby a man need to see and when we're going into elections, although a competition of ideas, the best party will win. Because Ghana for Sisiano means the giddy would win the elections. Now Orca says also there, and he's trying to insinuate that the 2020 elections was rigged. Monyan could be no issue genuine, but I retire. Or retire, no, sing in some time or military, no, in some more crowd. Na lawyer, because time and this would no elections, no soldier from, or especially be with train one. No woman on helmets, no. Camera bomb, yeah? Na camera no bomb. So what one but police station beach the baby no control. It is a component pede ekasa. Another baby John will be catch headphone show. No catch nipa 2-3 big John. Bian one disperse one. And the NDC. No one to happen. Atasa. So action way account for. So all these things went on. Atasa. Until ever 2020 back there. 2020. So your phone continue. Then you're actually swaying people's on there. Orca is some. I agree with him. Yen electoral system, why evolve I would baby. We started with the pick ballot box. Then PPA activity and transparent bay. And now, yaba electronic number. Yes, the budun them. Until Wakatong the NDC for MPP phone, they are agitated may yen electoral reforms or boom. Ma eventually Ghana Fuji to another the world over. In Tiansu Yenyebi. Ondo B has it, not the genuine heart. Not the good results. And a copy for Conson India in a bad results. I mean, GC me and I, now, simultaneous equation. Aha, I mean, per maths. Until my mind, the moon, no more copy. My party be no equation, no more copy. Or we know your graphs and cumulative frequency, say equation you are not capable. Because me name no more copy to me see graph in it, me and I. On the 2013, President Akufo-Addo made a court. But when we went to court, we went to 17,000 pink sheets. You crowd out for 8 months. So meticulously went through everything. We were in 5-4 decision mobile. Some of it went to MPP, but eventually won. Now, Akufo-Addo also there. On the day, but a man to Bejatum. Your rule of law, Manimu, on the Hina Yashasi. Into said the president, I am commander in chief of this country. Na rule of law. In my corner for the they be drunk there. Elections no or you do and die. Not that I wasn't time now done. A year there may be no uncle. Because I met it was a time 2016. Rumors. Meaning so I know that now as some catches a lot saying one year until results be usia. Is it true? Not the by that measure, Nina Beza could shoot a man mobile. So I could try, young fan the moon. It's a rumor. What's President Mama Suma? That's all catch a Charlotte say because 2012 STS Bay. But your STS, I never come some your bay. Meaning Penny be obey or observer team. Obey also do whom STS. So can Ghana Bobo. Nina President Akufado or Yetima. Yes, great. Now, our S 2021 as our court. Court where you put the shortest possible timer with because after 2013 court, reforms and Supreme Court said some of those 8 months because the first one no be an agent ordered and man couldn't. And I believe we all know that Supreme Court will make decisions one in the interest of the public and in public security. These are some of the guidelines that what's your decision. And he said, "How as our court, what's the evidence? But any evidence I'm found." No, VSC, CCR, rule of law, no matter what to enchant. Mean take Supreme Court because when that's a man were biased. So you're throwing your toys out of the pram. As I say, use them you're throwing your toys out of the pram because I don't queer on that fraba. Sorry, I didn't queer. Now for to turn the toys, no, when your attention we seek attention. Now 2024, you're preparing the minds of Ghanaians so that one about 2 abanupun. So about to show there was a violence, but one catch them, and that's what they're doing. And to say catch them there, CCR, to the police station on, say Bibi Besu, young Chen Mumbai. What are you trying to say? A statesman talking like that, beating war drums, minimum bro, what did you be your casadam? But President Mahama say, Mbrebi or do friend will be sanasam because Yarko 2024 elections. Edmando, what's the enemy and says? I am president of this land. I am assemblyman, deputy minister, MP, a busy vice president, non-promoted was an anchored. Also, for politics, no friend, no vice president. One day said there should the president. And how was it? Until lost is enjoy their taxi. The time behind us, some worker. And the president, Mazy Bida, so Mazy Bida, on yet the change now, the mapa. The motumats only made to Fubi. Potata, or Yakufado Bay now. Open away referendum of Frono, President Kufo, former President Rollins, so you share the man obey the Wakui. Later, referendum, no share now, okay, Catholic bishops work saying, also the heavy yentim working. And this how did the man be there as a summer courts. No court in Zambo, as this time, no, some more moon court, Moko police station. So it means that you're preparing the minds that, say, be a MPP strongholder. Mokake did no crofam or tuaba. And when you say that, obviously, open door to some, who follows suit? Atasa, about first will be crowned of some fun, but President Mahama can, former President Akan, into a dog, a big woman. Means there was a time in a woman. And to my brother, I must say the media fool, Catholic bishops, I saw for Ghana, paying Funina, mention Lord, Bibia was my friend, but so lobby was a friend. No be sana, some king. So of course fear and panic Sabbath in the 2024 elections. So watching to another year because last time no do baby was Kennedy Japan is also was killing a fly with a sledgehammer. Atasa. So President Mahama be on see on them so we Joshua Alabi no campaign manager 2024. We no Accra no Noko. Atasa because Alabi was contesting. Oh yes, and I said Pocho. Just a statement that stand up be releasing on count. Okay, if you have later, send it the next day. And then the next day, I'm going to join. Oh, Pocho Mfanchawa, stand up the new statement no Omekin.
But I can with you.
Yes,
one is it.
Everyone off for plane. I could join on. Dog Brad, come now. Go for where we each. At a new afraid and campaign manager. Dog, I could thank you to and for former campaign manager because why do you have a contest to? So one tea. Mesren Onyido Casadam Sanche only president that no Kadamas Punch on his betchen. Atasa, he has a fiduciary responsibility to the state. Nikase, because a Romado Nikase, Sisa, Casano Akasan, Efu, Bafa. A papa for one fool. One no wide him do one fa. One open with the Bono gun and over for them statement. Now, also the former president. It took Kasama criminal sofa. What do you, Juma? Manato.
Party, I was your trust BCU and our team in Ghana, our Western Regional Secretary, the MPP. Why joining our higher? Adom 106.3 FM, 6 minutes after 10. I love the child. Now we'll both twinkle. What response be, man?
Well, Nyamu one I can't say. A young impending for Omo me muno. I believe, say, Omunyana per se, your democracy no, a conquer. Nti your party no, stakeholder engagements are reforms are proposed no. So much so mu. Yenina yeni electoral commission no entrance. Na nama course in 2020 no sa nyama no happy biom. Because you see, when you build confidence in the system, ma citizens nankasa omakuma etom yem. Now you refer to Guinea. What happened just last week? Aban say aban yeshi aban egu. Nyina ya judge say enya adepa. But you saw how citizens in Guinea a military takeover. It has never happened in their history. Now, Usha Doma, a deep military nature, is because of Sanyaman. Sir, African leaders are best suppressing citizens. Because citizens, any drink. Look, Akufo-Addo, he could have even set a bad record for the MPP in the last elections. It has never happened. Sir, a sitting government, if Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, any Baumia, if they had performed in their 4 years in governance, what they saw in the last election, they wouldn't have seen it. And a child said, it's a failed leadership. And they had their way because of what happened. I know the bill before Ghana will be any. Sir, the last elections, you use those vigilante military groups to have your way. I don't know here can say, yen transi, and Masanyamano and Sibium. But because we have a leader that is God-fearing, per se, or mine, a general on Musene, si Jina Nintino. Or mani party, a yen shishaye, a san shishayeno, yedi chin wa Ghana, baby, say, easy. Any yen transi. Na proposals na yedi abano, yen shesa proposals no mo. Ni ebe boa 2024 elections no yen yen jintum. Enti no say o fra asafofo, o fra muslim fo, o fra civil society groups no. O from say omo nyina mbe kan na make sure say the electoral process no ebe ye free, fair and transparent. Se na esi be ya ni esi ye in 2020 no. Ansi bio. Eno ani asema ye nyina ye kan ho asem. So let us allow the process to be opened. The process in opinion. Ye nyina be nya gidie ewo electoral process no. And that is all what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is asking. No.
Party, me say. Just a quick one.
Now, previous electoral system have a problem. No, on your 2012 years to near to nearby biometric and mobile. Why there? Work is seek redress, release or court. One fine shame there. One may electoral reforms and come. We just don't check. I can't work the evidence brand as back on the day and the main system because in 2013 a court career is in reforms Yanamoba. So why didn't you put in there when you have lawyers won't painful? No one way Supreme Court in win. As the crane Supreme Court can the reforms, young one jatuma. Then we have another matter. But actually you say pardon Macan. Manato.
See, it doesn't take the Supreme Court to call for electoral reforms.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
Stakeholders.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
To call for electoral reforms.
No. But as the problem women to elections with Chitu. Into years of crane. Mobile, yes, the reforms in Shimanamba. If you had evidence, the way Chitua, a better institutional one, them flaws, into normal Mulusin. You didn't even put that before the Supreme Court.
Right, Matthew, Charles BC, I say, I don't want to chime in. I say, you better your second issue. So, but meanwhile, a very special happy birthday and come, Michael Harry Answer, happy birthday to you. Way Effie Anthony Nukpenu, Greater Accra Regional Organizer NDC. I'll say my big brother Michael Harry Answer, big 50. Uncle Mike, happy birthday to you. Abusia, yentie we. The Omampeni Kaya and our shepherd personnel, most of them are fat. Sir, Omampeni say salary increments. Aria Sibia Bebiano. They should pay it back to chest.
These are the increments that were proposed by the Committee on Emoluments. Even before it came, the President had made it clear, as I said, on May Day, even before the recommendations from the committee, that he was not going to, the Vice President, Ministers of State, Deputy Ministers of State, none of them were going to take any salary increment. So yes, that's the salary increment with respect to the recommendations by the committee. So as I said, he's refunded his close to the tune of 238,000, and other appointees of state, Vice President, Deputy Ministers, members of the executive, like some of my colleagues who are here, we are all supposed to refund those salary increments that have been made. So, as I said, the Chief of Staff has duly communicated that to all members of staff, especially here at Jubilee House, will do the same, or has done the same, let me put it that way, has done the same with respect to the other deputy ministers, and also to the Vice President as well. So all of those refunds will be made. The President has made his refund. He made it on the 2nd of this month. That's last week, Thursday. And other appointees will also follow suit.
I was the Director of Communications at the Presidency, Eugene Ahin, and I would say Ninkano, or they Nsem Etudra. I know to try.
Asemba.
With you.
Mebo Adams Ghana. Any other civil society groups are taking the issue of salary increment on behalf of the good people of this country, public sector workers. Sir, at least fight, against the injustice in terms of salary issues. Obekai on May Day, President can say, salaries increment, and come. Obekai amiba studio hanum.
Exactly.
And I'm a catcher of say,
only 2 minutes.
Only sir to me, but they are already taking emoluments. A woman, a friend saying, Nchamwa, right?
Yeah, Nchamwa.
The current parliament, any government officials are taking that salary. Something kind. Yes. And I said, look, the president has no power. Because Sir Commission, no more to me. And Nyombe Yano, and no Yamra. And I'm a boy. And because I say, President, any na pound for no, they are taking the current salary. And it's a president the country and say, or no on pre-incrementer. It is never correct. I think, sir, another statement thereby has come to prove that point. But you see, we are endangering even the lives of Ghanaians, even the more. I think for ever corrupt practices is so at the cover Azemba uti hanumi with salary from January to your friend saying September. Say boss say mistakenly scan tia on abroso refund from January ebesi sir, how will you feel?
No, man, just a mean yampo. Maybe you see that.
It is a share. Ube fa chrono so. Ube fa baby I was a yefa. na wenya size kana ko and no we are sending a signal to ministers, deputy ministers, and the government officials. Say, per the share of the president, we are watching all of them. Because salaries yet you amuno, sabi. Salary no yet you say, fire, your friend say, unshisha. And it's a president say, oh no, I refunding it there. Because of near Kosovo, African sub-region, let me tell you what happened. You see, Guinea, you see, Guinea is sending a signal to our leaders. So look, you can't take the people for granted. Guinea president, when he came to the budget, near Nana Adom Akufo-Addo, in terms of public salary workers, it was the same thing. When omu salary increment, boom. So therefore, dear, you say more dear moon to me increment. More, your friend saying, top, more dear, salary increment, in yamu. Then you know, account and a guinea. Asemi ekusi ye. Inti mi anyame wanwa. So immediately that happened, the president had a meeting to look at what they need to do to listen to the public sector workers. Sir, Mark say, omu salary increment and yet niamu manyano a dosu dodo. Inti it is welcomed. But niame can say, omu kan ho. Muni baby of Makonya Sasicano Ediaba. Yan pesa corruption, no, send a say Geo Maimuno, a Bayer West. Because the person had already spent that money. And I was only find it Sasicano. Against his will. Against his will. And you know, Afina, Nkofo, Ekoko, Pipe Corners. And yes, Sasicano, Ababetuya. And see the president. Then Omani can say, we are watching. We are watching.
Mate, I'm not to try me. That's it. You are watching.
But that's it. First of all, the ministers no ni aban painful. Only the January annual start do chunko. 2017, your crabben, your salary nina it came together around June or August, because so Oba will read the budget to you, Moba. Around March, the State of the Nations, I know we will read the budget, and San was him no change until he's wrong on that premise. It is a president can demand someday around this time no, ni pay no on J the Mayna. It means that it applies to everybody, because what you answer why appropriation bill on Wako Parliament and Sana the Miskan Wabeshim. It's not the previous budget no this year.
No, I will cassavie now.
Mamma Chechum and Sana. At the January, okay? A banful from the Bain. As a December, the president to him, the Minister of Finance and other young fundam, Pochata. Into what no way appointments in year in the next budget statement on what captured them, and that was in March, a number. And some why appropriation bill, the then the various institutions were far with Chubiako into most of the ministers of state, bare 3-4 months, no one give salaries. As some are pay the constitution or the way the mass the emoluments in your way, it is true. Or should I give them scan? But out of morality, the presidency, yes, constitution or share them, don't you? But eminent ministers that in a year, means do bono. Time of COVID pain, in yes, salaries, what to have for 3 months. Pochata, oh no, your law be annoyed and also yenye. Okay, Ian, what can President directive that no, Zorko of the out of morality, Obian to pay the 50%. It happened for 3 months, and all ministers and everybody or yeah. Now, ma all could make a day. Ye pede Ghanaian psychology, the man was say the day to your preparing people's mind. It is not good. On the Guinea, Kui. Also like in Ghana, the coup no bent in the president. Now one away the meeting now. The president of from for them, pay them a meeting there. Guinea coup no abana. President in time of Guinea coup seen. President none in Western North. Moba. No, Sunday no see.
Yeah.
That they know if you're not in Western North. In time for the president Kishan Group. You see, I don't like politics. Yeah. Ne akibibi atumkeke. On the America someday. What's President Mahama? Elections results in Ben Usin. Me so a rumor. As a rumor. So I stand to be corrected. So I think politics baby you do. I'm not one day ni boot baby. Be boot baby idea is a fact. You man into the first now. Well yeah was Akufo-Addo was a home baby. You're Twaban or catch on the lame person. Into lame person so to unji him. Into one Twab into no so one constituency. No what Twab and 10. But soon one up Akufo-Addo pa. 2012 year crow no son for was the new wheelchair infant. And this is for catch on the lame person to more trouble. That sort of politics. Wait for more. Atasa. I don't know yet. Crazy Western. Walk out to about the most time. Mroa Kitapuma. What's in there? About Akufo-Addo. What do end this food? What's there? Pocho and a pure water at the most is the name you blew out to. Oh, yeah, Akufo-Addo. And then say, and this food. Atasa. Numbers are for walk out to Akufo-Addo. What's on about 5? Well, from this one, I said, young to Ocean Wap. Sissy and the margin on your biome. Because free and such as Abba. As I say, you way up. And see, and this is the Marco she knows one day. President Mahama, only ma, or the margin biome.
Bad my bomb.
No one. The man away and the Yenyo Bay, Pocho. Them politics, Master there. Wait, na. Young cannot cry because Guinea could away salary increment. No, the man changed the constitution. As I say, no change the constitution. Only change the kuno oye as a papa. MMSSN Mink Akufo-Addo on to Mkado change constitution. If anything like at all, yeah, referendum obey ye and mobile. But when Jesus are Wajunupo, Yampo citizen fix the country. Fupon work change constitution and mobile. Nti problem a referendum. And Dania ye pede ye district assembly elections. Moju ye autocratic referendum. Also no Ghana from pendum nti yemfen sinchen. Nti mens best there. Mama yemfo bi no krom nsam. Yemfo because SSCN why the CCN and this no we pede what can some criminals mo mudo no akade there's insecurity in the country. Now yes because as American they if you see
security need
because now data is being captured into crime or because yes because here I don't know crime rate so what's in over 600 murder cases. But to police, you capture data, go back and the water about data near you bet you them you put the way at us. No, remember
those times you know.
Oh,
police.
Oh, Mam Kamasum, because the data wasn't captured. Data the high but this IGP no data in now or pepe. In Tonobama you region be more codo. When you do that, there's awareness in the system there. The Mazi the Monazi no see. In some if you haven't captured it, it is not there, but about numbers there's washing. Until once you get the data, that is when you can actually plan and move forward. Until I saw the more casa. No, I should no ama criminals are more mudo. There's insecurity. Akufo-Addo ye day because President Mahama is president and or kasa ma criminal. Asimo kan okade you obey no condemn Guinea kuna. Obi abunda it is not yen peku obanum. Obey no bekade economy yen hwen dey. On best day do or die. To do or die one woman do the criminals of into.
But the child over 30 seconds here pom.
Also abre. Otum kana wa to atamis na ba na panin yo to Akufo-Addo bi. But that end this future.
Invite my phone.